Three Beloved Tales, Beauty and the Beast, Stories Around the World by Cari, Meister. Beauty and the Beast, a French fairy tale, illustrated by Colleen Madden. Once there was a rich merchant who had 3 daughters. The 2 oldest daughters were selfish and greedy. The youngest, named Beauty, was kind and good. One day, misfortune struck. The merchant lost everything except a small house in the country. Beauty's sisters did nothing but grumble. Beauty, on the other hand, kept a cheerful spirit. After a year, the merchant received news. One of his ships had returned safely to harbor. "Thank goodness!" cried Beauty's sisters. "Our wretched life will soon end." As the merchant saddled his horse, he asked what he should bring back. "Gowns and ribbons," demanded his eldest daughters. "Your safe return," said Beauty. The merchant smiled. "Of course," he said. "Is there anything else?" "A single red rose," replied Beauty. The merchant went to the city, but alas, his ship's goods were sold to pay outstanding debts. Sadly, he started home. He lost his way in the woods. Cold and tired, he wandered until he stumbled onto a hidden castle. He knocked on the door, but no one answered. Fearing death if he did not warm up, the merchant opened the door. Inside, a giant fire roared. Near the fire was a fine plate of food. Thankful, the merchant ate and fell asleep. The next morning, he discovered a rose garden. Thinking of Beauty, he selected a beautiful red rose. Suddenly, a hideous beast appeared. "Ungrateful wretch!" roared the beast. "I gave you food and shelter. This is how you repay me? By stealing what I value most?" "I'm terribly sorry," cried the merchant. "You see, my youngest daughter asked for a rose, and these are so lovely. Please forgive me." "Silence!" demanded Beast. "I'll forgive you if one of your daughters comes to the palace to live with me, but she must come on her own free will." The merchant froze in terror. Beast continued, "If someone doesn't come within 3 months, I'll come for you, and you shall have to live in my dungeon." The poor merchant! How could he send one of his daughters to live with a monster? When the merchant returned home, he told his daughters what had happened. His oldest daughters were shocked. "You expect us to live with the beasts?" they asked. "Never!" But Beauty looked kindly upon her father. "I'll go," she said. So Beauty went to the palace, certain the beast planned to eat her. To her surprise, he was gentle and kind, smart and generous. Beauty enjoyed Beast's company, but every day he asked, "Will you marry me?" Every day Beauty replied, "You're a dear friend, but I cannot be your wife." This happened for months. One day, Beast asked Beauty why she looked sad. "I miss my father," she said. "I'd like to see him." Beast let her go. "But if you don't return," he said, "I'll surely die of a broken heart." Beast gave her a ring. "When you want to return to me, simply put on the ring," he told her. Beauty threw her arms around Beast. "Thank you," she replied. Oh, how happy Beauty's father was to see her. They sang and danced. Weeks flew by, but Beauty missed Beast, for in her heart she realized that she had come to love him. That night, she put on the ring. When she woke, she found herself in the castle, but Beast was nowhere to be found. "Where are you?" Beauty cried. There was no answer. At last, Beauty found him in the rose garden. He was near death. "Oh, Beast, what have I done?" cried Beauty. "I do want to be your wife. I love you." With these words, the palace sparkled and the Beast disappeared. In his place was a handsome prince. "You've broken the enchantment," he said. "You loved me for who I am, not how I looked." Soon they were married. They lived happily ever after. Beauty and the Beast, narrated by Miss